Again, for those listening, Chris Munford is the founder and CEO here at NetHopper. Dan Donahue is our principal architect, and I am Steve Libby, lead RevGen here. I actually have one here, just popped in. Dan, I think this is for you. Can you talk about Kubernetes distributions that are trying to move up the stack to become an IDP? And is that even a thing?
Well, I think it's almost natural for people to look to Kubernetes to solve a problem that it's not supposed to solve. Kubernetes' main function is to abstract the compute network and storage. So it's not going to deploy your applications for you. And so I think people are realizing that. Like, for example, OpenShift has something called Advanced Cluster Management, where they put somewhat of a platform layer on top of their Kubernetes distribution, or like the cloud providers, Amazon will call it EKS, Google will call it GKE, Microsoft will call it Azure AKS. But really what it is, it's just managed infrastructure. So looking at Kubernetes to solve a problem that it's not intended to solve is a problem in itself, in my estimation. So just like Microsoft in the early days, one of the reasons, now I'm not a Microsoft guy, so, but if you are, don't get offended, but the brilliance behind what they did was they were like, we are going to be, yes, we're going to write it for the IBM x86, but we're going to strictly be a software layer on top of PCs. And I think, trying to get down into the Kubernetes layer to solve a platform level problem will just convolute the issue and it'll become unusable. So anyway, I'm not sure what kind of answer that is, but I would point to ECM for OpenShift and things like EKS for Amazon.
Got it. Thanks, Dan. Any other questions from the audience? I have one that came in here. Chris, I'll throw this one at you. Can you talk about what cloud providers are, what hyperscalers or cloud providers offer for a cloud native IDP?
Sure. So, a lot of the public cloud providers, they offer a lot of services, database services, other storage services, multiple compute services for your containers, Kubernetes services. They offer a lot of things. When it comes to an IDP, really, I don't think any cloud provider offers an integrated IDP. This is something that customers, even if you have, you're convinced you're with the best cloud provider that there is, most people are, you'll find a collection of services from them. You won't find an IDP. There's no integration between those services that make it easy to just push a button and deploy your applications to that cloud. That becomes the onus of the platform engineering team. That's why they're being hired everywhere. If cloud providers offered a full IDP, you wouldn't find enterprises trying to make modern apps hiring platform engineers because they wouldn't be necessary. So, that's something that cloud providers have not abstracted their solutions to date to be a full-blown IDP. And maybe that's something kind of that we were talking about in the future. Maybe someday you will get an IDP from your cloud provider, but that's not going to happen today or in the next few years.
I see Anil has his hands up.
Yeah.
I think LinkedIn's going to cut us off in 30 seconds. I'm not sure.
Anil, we'd love to hear from my friend Anil. Can you speak?
I don't think he can unless you invite him up. But so we have 25 seconds left. I think LinkedIn kills us right at 45.
Well, we're going to find out. Anil's my guy. So.
All right, invite him up to speak. I don't know how you do that, but
I don't know if I did this right, Anil, but yeah, the other stuff came in via email.
If you right-click on Anil and say "allow to speak," I think that'll do it, or maybe I'll do it.
Yeah,
I think you're the host, Chris.
Talk now.
Yeah, if you can, Chris.
Anil, are you there?
Yeah, he's on mute. Do you have to enable him to speak?
I did, but I think he's on. You're right. He is on mute.
Yeah, Neil, we can't hear you, my friend. Sorry. He's DMing me, but yeah, He's going to send a note. Anyway, yeah,
Okay.
sorry, Anil. We're this is kind of a new platform, and
Pun unavoidable.
yeah, pun unavoidable, and we're trying to. All right, thanks, Anil. Anil's another one. I've known him for over 20 years. The Boston tech guys, we just keep getting recycled. So I guess it's time to wrap it up. Anyone who attended today will get a free copy of Dan's "What Happened to Platform Engineering" book as a small token of appreciation. And again, today's LinkedIn audio event was sponsored by Ned Harper, and it was "What Happened to Platform Engineering." So thank you all for participating. Hope you got a lot out of it, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, everybody.
Bye-bye.